In this video, tignan po natin yung mga requested stocks ninyo like GMA7, SPNEC, and NIKL. Are you guys ready? Let's go! Alright everyone, let's start off with SSI, no? Now tong SSI, last week we came up and we broke above tong resistance at 1.3, but we also knew na may nag-aabang pang resistance around here, 1.33 to 1.34, and if we were able to break above that, then we were looking at price possibly revisiting hanggang dito sa 1.45 na resistance. However, what happened today was, after nung breakout natin last week, today binawi lang niya itong entire move na to. In fact, yung high and low ng both candles parehong-pareho, 'di ba? Tick perfect. Now, let me zoom in a little bit lang so we can discuss this further. Ano yung iniingatan ko kapag nangyayari yung mga ganitong types of situations? If price comes up, okay, itong unang nangyari, it's not great, but you know, it's not a reason to press the panic button just yet, no? But if we come up, tapos mauntog natin tong 1.3, then mag-hold yan and we roll over and break beneath these lows, then pagka ganon, I think medyo delikado na. Kasi kapag ganon, ang pinakita ng price action was, okay, we broke up, ay fake out lang pala, tapos tinaray niya ulit na ibasag pataas, ayaw pa rin. Diba? Nag-hold, then we rolled over and break a new low. Pagka ganon, medyo delikado na. Kasi syempre, yung structure hindi na maganda eh. If you want a more definitive na inaabangan, pwede mong sabihin na if we come up, tag 1.3, it holds, we roll over, break beneath tong 1.26, then we're out. Okay, medyo delikado na talaga siya. Kapag nangyari yon, odds are we're gonna fill yung move na to kasi nagkaroon tayo ng inefficient move to the upside. So baka ma-fill natin tong move na to, mabalikan natin yung 1.21, perhaps even coming all the way back dito sa 1.19 na area. Okay? Now, the opposite naman is also true. Let's say naman from here, okay? Let's say na either price gaps up on Monday or kahit di mag-up, mag-start at 1.28, we push back, we break back above tong 1.3 and we can start holding above it, then that's signaling to me, at least, na in play pa rin tong maliit na zone na to, between 1.3 to 1.34. Now, ano yung easier play para sa akin? The easier play would be just to wait kung mababasag ba natin tong 1.34 altogether. If we can break tong 1.34, perhaps even fill this gap here na naiwan from before. Okay, break above, come back, retest, mag-hold tayo or magbigay tayo ng bullish structure. Then there might be an easier trade to be had there papuntang 1.45. Odds are the risk reward is also gonna be better kaysa natatry natin habulin within this area here na medyo gumula na thanks to today's candle, no? So, sa mga may hawak na nito, just be sure that you trail your stops accordingly. Okay? Huwag po tayong mawawala sa disiplina natin. Kung maghahabol pa lang kayo, baka maganda konting patience pa, see what develops further before jumping in. Okay? And basta ang importante lang, susunod tayo do sa kung ano man yung plano natin dahil kaya tayo pumasok dito. Kung hindi na nasusunod sa plano yung nangyayari sa price action, then we're out. Okay? Huwag na nating ipilit pa. Next, tignan po natin yung nickel, no? Now, nickel, nagkaroon tayo ng breakdown dito beneath yung 7.15 na support, di ba? After that, tumuloy tayo, revisit natin tong area na to, which as we discussed before was an area of support that we could possibly watch out for dito sa nickel. Okay? Nag-hold tayo sa area na yon and then we started pushing higher again. Now, is that cause for celebration na? Para sa akin, hindi pa, no? Kung na-bounce nyo to, syempre, congratulations sa inyo. I'm always very happy kapag nagpa-profit yung mga tao from their trades. But we do need to be careful na we're coming back up into this area of resistance. Ito yung area ng previous lows prior to price breaking down in this candle. Okay? So, maaaring umangat tayo dito. Okay? Perhaps lumagpas pa ng konti. I-fill lang tong gap na to and then mag-collapse ulit yung price. Okay? It's still possible kasi it's still part of its structure. Diba? We are still looking at your high, low, lower high, lower low. So possible pa rin na mag-form yung lower high dito, then mag-push tayo towards a lower low. Okay? But let's say naman, for yung bullish scenario, if we can come back, take out this area, take out this gap, and start holding above itong 7.38, sabihin na lang natin 7.4 na area, then that opens up the possibility na malaro natin ulit tong range na to between 7.38 hanggang 8.47. Or at the very least, ma-fill natin ulit yung gap dito. 'Di ba? Yung gap that was at 8.37, no? So, kung ma-retake natin to, we start holding above this, then either yun nga, mabalikan natin yung 8.47 or ma-fill natin yung gap from before. Alright? Kung mabasag natin yung 8.47 altogether, then yun, mag-open up ulit yung possibility na mabalikan natin yung 52-week high at 9.77. But as we can see, medyo matindi pa yung tatrabahuhin ng price from here, no? Para maabot natin yon. Kung kabaliktaran naman yung nangyari, meaning mauntog nga tayo dito, then we go lower, we break to the downside, breaking beneath tong 6.15, then we might come back and revisit tong lows na to, or perhaps even tong area of consolidation na to from before. Next, tignan po natin tong GMA7, no? Now, GMA7, bumaksak tayo ng malakas. Almost naabot niya yung level na tinitingnan natin at 9.3. At least ako, doon ako nakatingin no, noong una. Bakit? Kasi siya yung nag-act as resistance before, prior to price breaking higher. Okay? Now that napakita ko na tong area na to, let's zoom in a little bit kasi we can ignore that na. So I was actually waiting around 9.3 and as we can see, nabitin ako ng konti, no? And then when we came back and retook tong 10 pesos with this candle here, I was thinking, okay, sige, parang yung sinabi natin kanina sa case ng SSI, I was thinking maybe it could pull back here, tag tong 10 pesos, see if it holds, and if I could trade it higher, pabalik ng 11.12. Unfortunately, none of those scenarios happened, no? Talagang nag-bounce siya, tumuloy, umakyat, and now it's looking like we might fill this gap na naiwan natin from before. However, all that being said, from a structure standpoint, hindi pa rin natin nababreak yung upside kasi pumangit sobrang yung structure niya. Sa sobrang steep nung fall, okay, sa sobrang steep nung fall na to, para masabi natin na na-break yung previous high, it actually needs to come back and tag out itong previous 52-week high natin dahil sa sobrang steep nung fall. Now, we can compromise and say na, sige, kahit mabasag natin tong mga may triangle dito na area, baka pwede na, no? So if we can come back and retake 13.5, then that might say na, hindi na to bounce lang, baka tumuloy na tayo. Baka from here, makapag-ipon na tayo dito, conso, then we can push higher from there. But, that being said, I'm personally not looking for that scenario just yet. Kasi para mangyari yon, kailangan, kumbaga para maengganyo ako na i-trade yung scenario na yon, kailangan very good yung pag-angat niya. Hindi yung puro green candle lang hanggang dito. Yung mga V-type na ganon, usually, yes, they're good kapag nakachamba ka, nakasalo ka sa baba. But buying anywhere in between that, or selling kapag may short yung market na ginagawa nyo, is a very difficult proposition, no? Kasi nga, you're caught between a rock and a hard place, eh. It's very hard to find yung stop, tapos maraming untog na pwedeng kasago pa along the way. So we need to be very careful. So mas maganda pa para sa akin if we go up here, maybe consolidate a bit here. Diba? Pakita lang niya na ayaw na niyang bumaba. Consolidate, then we push higher. Then yun, fill this gap, then we can start looking. Kasi right now, yung sunod-sunod na green candle, again, it's very hard to enter midstream. Okay? Now, kung kunwari naman from here, hindi kinaya, hindi man lang natin, let's say we partially fill this gap, then we collapse and we start trading beneath tong 11.12 ulit. Okay? If we start trading beneath 11.12 ulit, what I'll be watching is if umangat siya dito, mauntog siya, roll over, break beneath this. Pagka ganon, then I no longer think that 10 pesos will hold. I think at the very least, we'll come back to revisit tong 9.3. And then kung mabasag yung 9.3, baka balikan natin tong mga swing lows na to or minor area of consolidation from before. Next guys, pag-usapan natin yung Megaworld, no? Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about Megaworld kahit wala naman siya sa trending and hindi rin siya request is because of what happened in this scandal here. Yung nagkaroon tayo ng quote-unquote flash crash papuntang 2.47. Okay? Ang nangyari nun, maraming nabiling shares yung broker ng Megaworld mismo, which is Aurora, no? Which caused unexpected uproar in the community, 'di ba? Lalo na from yung mga vloggers or bloggers or writers or whatever na rightfully say medyo may pagka-dirty nga yung move kasi parang biruin mo sinabi ng BIR na o ipapasara namin kayo tapos one phone call lang ayos na. So parang essentially nagkaroon ng force drop ng price, maraming napakat, maraming nagbenta dahil isip nila, uy, ipapasara ng BIR. Then in a span of like an hour or two, or maybe even just a few minutes, resolved na with just one phone call. That was very, very, very iffy, no? Even sa akin. And you guys know me, I try to avoid talking about yung mga negative things. Kasi nga, masyado ng maraming negativity sa mundo eh. Now, all that being said, the reason why I wanted to discuss this outside of the flash crash is yung importance ng pag-iwan ng limit orders. Now, in this particular instance, okay, malamang may mga tao na nag-iwan ng limit orders perhaps targeting tong support na to. Or kung mas conservative sila, maybe around here, around 2.5 na area na na-fill yung mga orders nila. Diba? And ngayon, they're in profit and good for them, no? But again, for the majority of people, sila yung nag-cut para ma-fill yung mga orders na yon. Now, where are we right now? Bumalik lang tayo essentially to where price was prior to the news na magkakaroon ng BIR closing probe or whatever, no? Bumalik lang tayo sa area na to. So, since bumalik tayo sa area na yan, ano yung tinitignan natin dito sa MEG? Personally, ang tinitignan ko, if we can come back and break above tong 3 pesos na level, then that opens up this area from 3 to 3.16 that could be tradable. Again, I say could be kasi depende po yan how everything sets up. Right? Then if we can break 3.16 from there, we might come back and tag yung 3.43 na resistance. However, if we come back here and mag-hold lang to around 2.89 to 2.91 na area, then that might signify na either we'll be stuck muna within this range between 2.6 hanggang 2.9 or we might be ready to break lower coming back to tag yung support that we just discussed here at 2.46. Kasi kapag nabasag yung support niya, medyo delikado tayo eh. Yung next na area is tong potential gap fill na dito, then it's yung essentially yung COVID low eh. 'Di ba? So, hopefully di naman tayo umabot sa lagay na yun, no? But wag rin tayong magmadaling pumasok just because nakabili yung broker nila ng maraming shares nila. Okay? It doesn't necessarily mean naman na itutulak na yan to the moon or something. In fact, usually kapag ganon, we do need to be a bit more careful. Yes, we can be optimistic, but we also need to be a bit more careful because we don't know kung ano yung mga plano nila eh. 'Di ba? Sila kaya nilang humawak ng matagal. Kaya nilang mag-average down indefinitely. Pero tayo hindi eh. At least ako hindi. Baka iba sa inyo oo. And if you're one of them, edi good for you, no? Pero ako hindi ko kaya yun eh. Yeah, so kailangan nag-iingat pa rin ng konti if only because hindi naman natin alam ano yung plans nila moving forward. Alright? Now, aside from that, there's really not much else going on sa MEG. In fact, if it wasn't for this flash crash, there really wouldn't be a lot to talk about dito. But I just wanted to get it out there para kung iba sa inyo may may gripes, may complaints about it, you just want to vent out, please, post it sa comment section below. I want to know your thoughts as well. Finally, tignan po natin yung SPNEC. Na itong SPNEC, as you can see, it has come down, tapos nag-form tayo ng double bottom dito sa 1.46. And I've also taken the liberty of drawing out yung fib niya going from here papunta rito sa baba. Okay? Para lang mas maganda yung discussion natin. Now, personally, I was waiting sana for a deeper pullback ng SPNEC, perhaps somewhere dito sa white zone, para lang maging mas attractive siya for more buyers. Meaning, kung lumubog tayo dito, odds are, yung mga nag-try bumili would have cut their positions dahil nag-break tayo beneath nitong 1.46 na support, which used to act as resistance here. So they might have cut their positions. So pag nag-cut sila, ang mangyayari, price would push lower, tapos baka makasalo ng mas mababa, di ba? Unfortunately, hindi yun yung nangyari, no? Nag-hold yung 1.46 and we started bouncing from there. We have bounced all the way hanggang dito around the 61.8% fib, no? Now, you guys don't hear me talking a lot about Fibonacci levels, and that's because for the most part, hindi ko sila ginagamit. Okay, I'm only showing this here kasi I wanted you to see this. So, aside from yung fib level na 61.8%, you can see na meron tayong inflection point right around here. So, talagang very solid level of resistance siya. Kahit na hindi kayo gaano pumupuna ng mga inflection points or ng support and resistance levels, malamang mapapansin nyo yung level na yan kasi nandun yung fib na 61.8%. Okay? Now, let me take all of these out, then we can discuss this further. Now, from here, ano yung pwedeng gawin? Normally, di ba, ang sinasabi ko, since we retook tong 1.73, it does open up this area above. But as we discussed, meron tayong inflection point dito. Now, if we can break above this, mga 1.85, 86 area and start holding there, then perhaps enough na yon para makatulak tayo pabalik nitong 2.06 na resistance level. Okay? Pero, let's say na mauntog tayo dito and we start pushing lower. If we start pushing lower, I would be looking to see kung mag-hold ba tong area na to. Okay? Kung mag-act ba siya as potential support. Kung nag-pullback tayo dyan, tas nag-act to as support, perhaps yan na yung tinitignan natin na potential low, high, higher low, and we can start reversing from here. Again, when we talk about reversals, it could be short-term, it could be mid-term, we don't know, no? Parang at the time, mahirap masabi na, itong reversal na to, babalik na yan ng 2.34. Okay? So, yan yung first step sana na gusto kong makita. Because buying here, where we are right now, simply isn't smart. Just because mahirap matansya kung saan ka mali eh. Diba? Saan ka maglalagay ng stop beneath nitong minor swing low na to at 1.7? But we were just saying na magandang mag-bounce siya around this area. So maghahanap ka ngayon ng stop loss beneath this area. Where do you put it? Ito, sobrang minor swing low. Beneath nito, ang layo na. Diba? This is why a lot of trade ideas don't always end up being executed. Kasi at the end of the day, kailangan niyang mag-work out ng tama and mag-provide ng magandang risk-reward. Okay? Kung kunwari, ang hinahabol lang is yung bias ng direction, madali lang yun eh. Diba? We can always say na, ito mukhang pataas to. But, syempre, wala namang kasiguraduhan yun eh. Just because we think it's going higher, doesn't mean that it will go higher. That's why important pa rin yung risk-reward, important pa rin yung risk management. And in this particular instance, it's just simply not there for me. Pero syempre, kung pasok siya para sa inyo, then by all means, no, take the trade. But ingat lang kasi nga may inflection point tayo dito that price still needs to break above bago mag-open up tong area na to, pabalik ng 2.06. And if 2.06 breaks, 2.24 yung next level of resistance, followed by 2.34. The opposite is also true. If we just start pushing lower, hindi mag-hold tong level na to, we'll be watching. Magpo-form ba tayo ng triple bottom dito sa 1.46? Or kung mabasag to, then baka mabalikan na nga tong white zone na sinabi natin kanina at the start of this analysis. So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin, no? I hope nakatulong po to sa inyo kahit konti and may natutunan kayo kahit papano. And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!